Hi, we're continuing with the program of videos from the book Borderline Personality Disorder. And this one concerns ideas from AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous has many therapeutic aspects in its 12-step program. Among the most beneficial is the sponsor. A sponsor is a non-clinical expert who is also a recovering alcoholic who provides non-judgmental support to the alcoholic at any time, regardless of the issue. The alcoholic may be sober for several months. The alcoholic may then have a drink and then call the sponsor. The sponsor will respond with open-ended, non-critical support, encouraging the alcoholic that it was a bump in the road and that the person is now back on the road to sobriety with better decision-making. The borderline may have several friends, good clinical care, and even a partner for support, and yet many borderlines have support who simply do not understand the psychopathology of BPD because it is so baffling, counterintuitive, contradictory, and difficult for an outsider to discern the internal chaotic world of the borderline. For alcoholics, finding a sponsor is relatively easy because there are AA meetings seemingly everywhere, and recovering alcoholics understand alcoholism as a chronic incurable disease. Finding a borderline personality disorder sponsor is more of a challenge, but the benefits are enormous. Another positive aspect of AA is the idea that an alcoholic can declare that he is sober at any time by abstaining from alcohol even for one day. The borderline may also find himself making endless declarations such as, "I'm on a diet," "I'm done with clubbing," which may seem terribly disingenuous and unhelpful. However, such declarations are in fact very helpful for borderlines, allowing the person a new start at any moment, even if a relapse occurs the day after the declaration. The more often the declarations are made, the more likely it is the borderline will consider maintaining the declaration as a new normal and for longer periods. Additionally, the spoken verbal declaration itself is a positive recognition of the pathology, which is always the first step toward healing and recovery. In AA, sobriety is not achieved. In AA, sobriety is declared. There are, however, drawbacks to the Alcoholics Anonymous model. The model does not consider individual clinical issues or the etiology of a person's problems. It treats all alcoholics as having the same problem, and therefore every alcoholic can, in theory, benefit from the same solution. The AA members who I have met assume that their inner child was traumatized, causing alcoholism or other psychiatric issues, and that their childhood experiences induce them to endure guilt and helplessness. There is also an assumption that all children are innocent, though this is obviously false. However, there are clearly people who suffer with such issues and yet enjoy a healthy childhood. AA is a life-saving program for countless people, and the model has been copied from many other addictions because of the successful core philosophy that people are not bad, but rather misunderstood because addiction is a disease. And that's what we're going to focus on in the next video. You are not bad, you are misunderstood.